Hi, welcome to Sunday Yoga Ritual. I'm Mandy, and I'll guide us through today's gentle yoga practice to help you reset your nervous system so you can feel more resilient and at ease in your body throughout the entire week. For June, we're moving through the same beginner sequence each Sunday. For beginners, this is a great place to jump in if you've wanted to start a yoga routine for a while. This is the best time to start. Start with us in June and continue your practice weekly. It releases on Sunday, but you can practice it whenever it works best for you. And you can even repeat the practice throughout the week to get the extra dose of yoga in. If you're an advanced or an experienced practitioner, doing the same sequence allows you to notice patterns within yourself, whether they're thought patterns or habit patterns. When you come to the same practice with a beginner mindset and witness yourself and how you move through the practice, you start to learn things about yourself. So that's what we're doing in June. We're getting a little more acquainted with our nervous system so that we can tend to it with greater care, more wisdom. I'm so glad you're here. Let's get started with our practice. Find a comfortable seat. I'm sitting up on a blanket. You might like to sit up on a cushion or a block. And I have 2 blocks handy today. If you don't have these props, you can still do this sequence with me today. And you can always add in props if you want to try it that way later. Today, I'll be trying to use the props as much as possible, but I'll also be cueing some modifications for beginners. If you're an advanced yogi, feel free to make this practice your own and breathe into your own body. Listen to how your body wants to move. Thanks for being here. I hope you found your comfortable seat, whether that's kneeling or crisscross, or perhaps just laying down today. I invite you to close your eyes and tune in to what's happening inside. Your breath. Maybe it's the pace of your breath. Any tension or discomfort in your body. That may be easy to notice. And try to notice the parts of your body that are not experiencing discomfort. Even if it's your earlobe or your thumbnail, the top of your thigh. We'll begin to deepen the breath. So breathe into your lower belly. Notice how you take leadership of your breath here. Breathe in all the way to the top of your inhale. And then begin to slowly exhale. For today's breath practice, let's even the breath. So on your next inhale, count how many seconds it takes you to get to the top of your full inhale without striving, without doing too much, just your natural breath in. And then begin to try to match the exhale count. So if you've inhaled for 4 seconds, you'll take a pause at the top and then begin to exhale for 4 seconds. Pause at the bottom, inhale for 4. So I'll let you find your own rhythm, and we'll breathe this way for several breath cycles. So rather than counting the breath cycle, just be with the breath pace. And if your mind wanders, gets distracted, that's okay. Just come back to counting the breath. As you tend to your breath, you may notice it wants to become a little deeper or longer. And you can shift. You can start expanding the inhale and the exhale, maybe just by 1 or 2 counts at first. You're going to breathe this way for 20 or 30 more seconds. see if you can let your body get a little more relaxed. Notice any shift in the way you feel in your body or your mind. If your eyes are closed, you can blink them open when you're ready. And we'll begin our movement practice. Plant your right hand to the right, either on a block or the floor. You can spread your fingers wide. Sit tall. And as you take an inhale, reach your left arm up and over and turn your head down towards the meaty part between your thumb and index finger. As you inhale, reach through your inner elbow. And as you exhale, ground, push down into your right hand. Stay firm in your sitting bones. On your next inhale, reach both arms up, look up, and then exhale, switch sides. Plant your left hand to the left, spread your fingers, push down into your index finger and thumb. As you inhale, stretch through your right inner elbow as you press down. Fix your drishti. Your drishti is your soft gaze, your vision. So softly gaze at the meaty part between your index finger and thumb and breathe here for a few cycles. If you'd like to count your breath, you're welcome to do so. It can be helpful to give the mind a job. On your next inhale, reach up with both arms again, look up. Once you reach the top of your inhale, take a sip more breath in. As you exhale, begin to twist to the right. Bring your outer left hand to your outer right thigh. You could use a block behind you for your right hand or root your fingertips into the floor. Again, you're welcome to use the counting breath. I have a border collie husky. He's a very busy, workaholic kind of dog. And often he just needs a job. He needs something to do. If your mind is like that, it's used to being busy, working all the time. We give our mind a single focus, can help our body begin to relax. Use your next inhale, reach arms up, take a sip more breath in, feel your ribs expand, then exhale, twist to the left. This doesn't need to be your deepest twist. You can find a comfortable spot here and just soften and breathe. Even your breath. Samana pranayama, equal breath cycle. Which is honestly something you can do anywhere, anytime you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed. Nobody even knows you're doing it. So inhale, reach up. Take that sip of breath in as you join your hands, palms together. Exhale to heart center. Wonderful. We're going to come onto hands and knees for tabletop. You can bring your blocks with you. If you'd like to try blocks in your cat-cow today, it's where we're headed. And if you have any trouble with your knees, you're always welcome to put a cushion under them. So I'll be using my blocks today, spreading fingers wide across my blocks. Stack your shoulders and your wrists and your knees under your hips. Just notice what it's like to have a neutral spine here. Draw the crown of your head forward, shoulders down your back. As you inhale, begin to arch your lower back, pressing down into the earth or your blocks. Draw your chest forward, then up. So the way a cow stretches is by pushing its hooves down into the earth to help ground and draw their chest forward, neck up if that feels okay for you. Then we'll use the exhale to push down into the earth and arch our back up towards the ceiling, much like a Halloween kitty. Move through this spinal undulation at your own pace. You could count your breath as you reach the top or the end of your cow pose. Begin to exhale into cat. If you're new to this, it can feel uncomfortable at first. Just do your best and try to release judging yourself. What it looks like or what it feels like. If you're using blocks, set your blocks to the side. Plant your left hand down into the earth. Pick up your right hand. We're going to inhale, reach the right hand up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, loop under your left armpit. And come onto your shoulder or even your head if that's available for you. Walk your left hand forward. You're welcome to do any shimmying here that would feel good. And then rest. Find stillness for a few breath cycles. You might notice your breath in your lower belly. With our head lower, naturally breathes into our lower belly for us. Home, the seat of ourself, the home of our breath. Walk your left hand under your left shoulder. Press down to come up. Reach your right arm up to the ceiling and replace it below your right shoulder. Switch your weight to your right hand. Inhale, left arm up, and then loop it under right armpit. When you're ready, walk your right hand forward. Find a spot that is a stretch, but not a strain. Soften and just breathe. Use your next inhale to walk your right hand back under your right shoulder. Press down into the earth and reach left arm up. And replace your left hand down for tabletop. Spread your fingers wide. You can turn them slightly towards the outer edge of your mat and tuck your toes under. Press yourself back to down dog. Keep a generous bend in your knees. Draw your heart down towards your mat and then begin to extend your knees. Need not straighten our legs and our heels do not need to touch the mat to make this an effective down dog. Continue to draw your heart down towards the earth. One more full breath cycle here. Exhale completely. Look forward and tippy toe or walk to meet your hands at the top of your mat. Keep that bend in your knees and bring your elbows to your knees. This is a forward fold. If you'd like a little more in your practice, begin to spin your inner thighs back as you extend your knees and fold your chest over your thighs. Your hands can come to the mat or to blocks or use your fingertips. With your elbows on your thighs, you could stay here, rest your left elbow, and then begin to open right arm up towards the ceiling for a twist. You could have your hand on the block or the mat. It's your practice. Exhale, return. Inhale, open, left side. Exhale, return. One more time, each side. Inhale, open to the right. Allow the weight of your body to be centered across your feet, perhaps slightly more in your heels. Inhale to the left. Exhale, return. Bend your knees generously, press down into the earth with your feet. We call this root to rise. Press down and hinge from the hips to come all the way up. Reach your arms up. Take a sip more of breath here. Palms together. Exhale to heart center. With hands at heart center, take a moment to check in with yourself. Feel your heartbeat. Notice your feet on the earth below you. You can release your hands down. Step your right foot back about 1 or 2 feet. With your right toes faced slightly towards the right edge of your mat. Press down into the earth. So imagine your feet are growing roots, the bottom of your feet down deep into the earth's soil. Then begin to get the sensation that you're tearing your mat apart in two with your feet. You're reaching your feet in opposite directions. Bend into your left knee and allow both hip bones to face forward. Take your palms face up as you inhale, reach up. Draw your triceps towards your ears. Add a little arch to your lower back. Flip your palms down and exhale, return. We'll do that 2 more times. Palms face up, inhale. Turn your palms down, exhale. Once more on your own. Next time your hands are by your side, step up to mountain pose, Tadasana. Take a full breath here. Sigh it out. Step your left leg back, 1 or 2 feet. Allow your left toes to face slightly towards the left edge of your mat, about 45 degrees. Hip bones face forward like headlights on the car. Press down into your feet and imagine you're tearing the mat apart. Your feet aren't going anywhere, but they feel like one's going forward, the right one, and the left one's pulling back. Bend into your right knee. This time, take your arms out like a T. So face your palms up. Inhale, reach up. On your exhale, flip your palms down and return your arms by your side. 2 more times on your own. When your arms are by your side, step back to Tadasana. Begin to press your right foot down into the earth. Inhale, arms up. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. And as you press down into your right foot, exhale and bend to the left. Take a full breath in all the way up your right side body. Exhale completely. If you'd like to add a little bit more, pick up your right foot, draw your toes behind you and over to the left. Look down towards your toes, Bend your left knee for a curtsy. Inhale to return. Switch the cross of your wrist. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Press down into the earth with your left foot. Imagine those roots growing down, down, down. As you exhale, bend to the right. Breathe into your left side body, all the way up from the earth, through your fingertips, and back. If you'd like, stay here, or use an exhale and draw your toes behind you and over to the right. Bend into your right knee for a curtsy, and return. Allow your arms to come down by your sides. If you'd like to take a couple shoulder rolls, that might feel nice. Go the opposite direction. And we'll take our feet as wide or wider than the mat. We'll be taking Malasana, or yogi squat, and coming down onto our back. So if you prefer to come down onto your back with your knees bent in a different way, go ahead and do that now. If you'd like to move through Malasana with me, lift your chest, plant your feet down into the earth. Take a full inhale. Draw the energy up from the earth, through your body, all the way up. And then exhale, you can bring your palms together. Exhale, elbows between your knees. Press your knees and elbows into one another as you lift your chest. Your heels may not be on the ground yet. Maybe they are. It's not really the point. So just find what's comfortable for you and breathe one more breath cycle. As you exhale, sit back onto your hips and come into constructive rest. So lay on your back with your knees bent, please. You might notice here your new foundation. Notice the parts of your body making contact with the earth. Take note of the parts of your body that are not. Step your right foot over your left thigh. Bend your right toes towards your right knee. Press down into the earth with your left foot. You can bring those roots back. Imagine them driving down, down. Then begin to open your right knee towards your left toes. Try to keep both hip bones firmly on the earth so you're not tipping over or exploiting any other body part to make this happen. Feel into your hips. Any sensations there? Try not to make them good or bad, but to notice. Spread your arms out to a T, or take goalpost arms. Have your elbows bent like they're a goalpost. Take a full inhale. Fill your body with air. Then as you exhale, lower your right foot to the left side. So it may not come all the way down to the earth. You could use a prop to help bring the floor up to you. And then turn your head to the right. Supine twist. Release any control of your breathing and let your body breathe you. As we wind down our practice and prepare for our final resting pose, we can do a little less each time on the way. So what would it be like to do 10% less in this posture? Use your next inhale to come back up to center. Step your right foot down and left foot over right thigh. Flex your toes towards your left knee. Notice your hip bones. They're resting on the earth. Press down into your right foot, grow roots down into the earth. Begin to open your left knee towards your right toes. Use an exhale, supine twist. Lower your left foot to the right, look to the left. Once you find a spot that your body can rest with ease, see if you can do another 10% less. Whether that's a holding in your body, your fingers are flexed, you could release your fingers. Or perhaps something of your mind, something your mind is holding that you can let go of, at least for right now. Witness how your body responds to this letting go. Does it soften? Does it resist letting go and contract? It's not right or wrong, good or bad. It just is. The more you learn about yourself, the more you can tend to yourself appropriately. So just listen in for a few more breath cycles in this posture. Please return to center with your inhale as you feel ready. And step your left foot down. If you'd like, step your feet as wide as your mat. We'll move through some windshield wipers here to release any residual tension in our hips. So with your feet about as wide as your mat, take a full inhale. Then exhale, lower both knees to one side and look to the opposite direction. Use your inhale to come back to center and your exhale to lower both knees to the other side. So move through this 3 or 4 cycles at your own pace. Inhale to center, exhale, lower both knees. You can imagine windshield wipers. We're cleaning the windshield so we can see more clearly. When we release residues that our body has been holding, things become more clear. Next time you come to center, let that be enough. You can always come back to windshield wipers. It's one of my favorite practices. Draw your knees towards your chest. Let your hands rest on your knees, shins, or the back of your hamstrings. Apanasana, the wind relieving pose. This pose helps to eliminate what's no longer serving us. Perhaps something you worked out in windshield wipers can now flow down, flow out. You're welcome to bring your knees more in line with your armpits if that's more comfortable for you, or you just like to try something different. For the next few breath cycles, we'll be here in Apanasana. Notice your breath at your lower belly. Get a little curious about how your body is breathing you. The breath is our loyal companion. It's been with us from birth, and it'll stay with us till death. You can bring your knees closer together, reach your forehead up towards your knees, and give yourself a hug, a thank you for the practice. If you'd like to roll around a little bit, that can be nice on the spine. And when you're ready with an exhale, pour out into Savasana, our final resting pose. You can pull the flesh of your buttocks to the side. That creates a wider base, and let your ankles splay open. I appreciate a blanket in Shavasana. Helps me to stay warm. Also, just the weight of it feels nice. For today, let your hands, your palms be face down on the earth, or perhaps one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Shavasana is also known as corpse pose. It is a final resting pose where we do nothing. We do our best to not follow thoughts and sensations, and to not fall asleep either. It's okay if you do, though. Relax your whole body. See if you can smooth out the muscles of your forehead. Release any holding in the corners of your eyes. Allow your tongue to lay flat at the bottom of your mouth, so your jaw hinge can be loose, relaxed. Notice if there's anywhere in your body that's holding, perhaps your shoulders, your hips or pelvic region, or your belly. Even your ankles might have created a little tension since arriving. So just see if you can relax, soften. What's for me flows to me. If I'm contracted, that blocks the flow. If my thoughts are chasing or striving for something I don't have, or running away, avoiding something I do have, the body contracts, the body tenses. This is the natural process. Thoughts come and go, our body responds. Shavasana is the place to practice not following the thoughts, not attaching ourselves to them. like imagining the body as a clear blue sky. Thoughts and sensations are like the clouds that pass by. If we can let them continue to pass without chasing or trying to control them, our body can stay more open to flow. Our mind can be more open to that which is for us. If you find yourself following your thoughts, just notice, then guide yourself back to your body, breathing you, or perhaps the weight of your body on the earth. We'll be here for about another minute. See if you can relax your body, even if only 1 or 2% more relaxed. Let that wash over you. You are always welcome to stay in Savasana as long as your body, your breath, and your mind will allow you to do so. If you're feeling ready, begin to deepen your breath and bring micro movements back to your body, like wiggling fingers and toes, rocking your head slowly side to side. Welcome in some bigger movements, roll wrists and ankles. I like a full body stretch, reaching over my head, my toes down. Then bend one knee, the other. Roll to one side and pause. Let your body recalibrate for a moment. We need not always rush from one thing to the next. And when we train our body to pause, to go a little bit slower in between things on our mat, and push yourself up when you feel ready, it carries over to our daily life. Let's sit together for a moment of mindfulness before we close. Find your easy seat, or perhaps stay in Shavasana. I welcome you to close your eyes and tune in once more. Perhaps noticing any shift from the beginning of practice to now. Need not be a big shift. It can be a big shift. Often for beginners, it may be the first time you have felt this way. Advanced practitioners, it may be something that you're seeking when you arrive to your mat. Noticing smaller changes, more subtle changes can be really effective as well. If you haven't already opened your eyes, you're welcome to do so and join me back in the space. I really hope this practice has been effective for you. You're welcome to return to it as many times as you'd like, and join me every Sunday for Sunday Yoga Ritual, where we'll reset our nervous system using breath and movement so we can be more connected to ourself, our values, and grounded to our place and space. Thanks for sharing your energy with me. I appreciate you being here. I'll see you next time.